Yes, den kører. Kom lidt længere ind. Og stå helt afslappet og normal og venligt.
Nå, du sagde Tadasana, så jeg begynder.
Nå, ja. Hi and namaste. Namaste, Jonas. Thank you for joining class this morning. Today's class gonna be a multi-alignment class. Multi-alignment is a bit intense in many ways, and I teach this class with students who studied the alignments of the entire body, the foot, the knee, the hip, the psoas, the spine, and so on. So I'll use teachings that's based on earlier classes. So if you did not study earlier classes, it's super important that you take time to do so. If not, it might be very wordy and not as effectful, and there will definitely be parts and bits that you might not get the full understanding of. If so, not practiced earlier, enjoy the ride, and yes, if it's a quite intense class. So let's see if that one works, and I will start with some sun salutations as always to create some heat in the body, and I'll right after continue with the multi-alignment Vinyasa class. So if I may ask you to step to the top of the mat to prepare for some movements, start to check into your natural breath, closing your eyes, bring an awareness to your inner body. And slowly allow your breath to deepen as you stand here. Before movement, I'll ask you to check into your feet and create a nice solid foundation around your feet. Not necessarily starting the work of the alignment of the feet, simply be aware of your feet now. Move up through your shins, your calf, meeting your knees, your thighs, finding the pelvic floor, your mula bandhas, the area of your mula bandhas, your hips, your spine, meeting your psoas, your abdominal, your diaphragm, finding the rib cage opening, feeling your shoulders lengthening lightly through your neck, allowing your body to be integrated as a whole. And then deepen your breath, prepare for movements. And on your next inhalation, lift your arms out and up. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift your body and your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, arms by the sides of your body, Tadasana. Inhale, lift your arms out and up. And then exhale for a deep Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, once again, lift your body and your arms out and up. Urdhva Hastasana, exhale for Tadasana. Preparing for sun salutation 1, inhale, lift your arms out and up. And then exhale, forward fold. Once again, lengthen your spine. And exhale, forward fold for Uttanasana. This time, step your left foot way back for low lunge, followed by your right for downward facing dog. Stay in down dog for a few breaths, finding your body, finding the stability, the mobility, and the freedom within. Then inhale and come forward for high plank. Lower for knees, chest and chin, and inhale for cobra. Exhale for downward facing dog, and on your inhalation, step left foot forward, nails of toe and fingers in line. Exhale, right foot to meet the left for Uttanasana, and inhale, lift your body and your arms overhead. Arms by the sides of your body on an exhalation. And inhale, lift your arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. And lengthen once again through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot way back. Low lunge, exhale, down dog, left foot to meet the right. Take a few breaths here to find the stability and openness throughout your body. Then prepare on your next inhalation, come forward for high plank, and then lower for knees, chest and chin. Inhale, open up, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot forward, low lunge, inhale, and then exhale, left to meet the right, full forward fold. Inhale, lift your body and your arms overhead. And exhale, arms by the sides of your body. Inhale, lift your arms out and up, starting our sun salutation 2. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, step your left foot way back, ground the heel and lift your upper body and arms overhead. Exhale, lower your arms to the mat, stepping your right foot for down dog. Take a few breaths here. And then inhale, come forward for high plank, and this time lower for chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale for up dog. And exhale for downward facing dog. Now step your left foot forward, full warrior one, grounding your back heel and lifting your body and your arms. Exhale, lower your arms to the mat, and then step your back foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your body and your arms overhead for Urdhva Hastasana. And Tadasana, exhale. Opposite side, inhale, lift your arms out and up, and then exhale, forward fold. Lengthen through your spine, and exhale, forward fold. Take your right foot way back, ground your heel, upper body and arms toward the sky. Exhale, lower your arms, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a few breaths for the down dog, and then slowly prepare. Inhale, come forward, high plank, and lower chaturanga. Inhale, moving through, opening up, front of the body, up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Now step the right foot forward, full warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. And exhale, lower your hands to the mat. Step your left foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your body and your arms overhead. And exhale, arms by the sides of your body. Inhale, lifting your arms for sun salutation 3. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthening through your spine, softening your knees, preparing a walk or jump for chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, down dog. Softening your knees, walking or jumping to the top of the mat. Long spine. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, lift your arms overhead. Exhale, arms by the sides of your body. Once again, inhale, lift your arms out and up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through your spine and soften your knees. Exhale for chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. And then exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walk or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift your body and your arms. And exhale, arms by the sides of your body. Tadasana. In Tadasana, let's move through all of the alignments to find the body in one integrated piece, moving through the alignments in Tadasana, just as I will multi-align, find the alignments of the entire body throughout the practice. So let's find the direction of our feet. Often I invite you to step your heels a bit wider than your big toes so that the inner heel has a direct line that runs straight ahead through the second toe. Lift the outer pinky, the outside of your foot, to feel the outside of the foot grounding. Lift the big toe to feel the inside of the foot active. We have an active outer arch and active inner arch. Lift and spread through the big toe to the center. Lift and spread all the toes to find the transverse arch. And then ground all of the toes back to the mat to feel the sole of the foot being activated, lifting the very center of the sole, what I've called the high point. All arches, the inner arch, the outer arch, the transverse arch, and now the high point is active. We move up along the shin. You feel the muscles binding up right below the knee. That is the active feet that makes that happen, but it also protects the knee from hyperextending because the muscles draw the shin a tiny bit forward and protects it from hyperextending. Then you gently lift through your thigh muscles, or you lift your kneecap just a tiny bit to also make a protection, a security, a strength above the knee. Now connect to the back of the knee. We have this tiny but very strong muscle running on the back of the knee, the popliteus, that creates a sort of an inward rotation of the lower leg. If you find this muscle, it'll strengthen around the knee and we will have a solid, strong knee, which is essential throughout practice, throughout life. Moving up along your thighs, create a slight inner rotation of your thigh, then create a slight outer rotation and see if you somehow can find the neutral position in between. Feel how the hip is following the rotations of your thighs, inner rotate, outer rotate. Find the neutral setting for the hip so that you can feel the entirety of the hip and especially get to connect to the pelvic floor. See if you can feel the muscles of the pelvic floor. Activate them just slightly. Do not squeeze up around your butt. Do not tighten your thighs because it's going to take away the possibility of feeling a nice and solid part of the pelvic floor. When you have that, be aware of the energetic pillow that rests on top of the safe ground, Mula Bandha quality. Something like the Mula Bandha is active. We create a nice setting of the hips so that the spine is resting well, and we will find the natural curve of the lower back and continuing up through the entirety of the spine lengthening through the neck. The spine is nice and tall. Before we move all the way through the spines, let's be aware of the psoas that runs from the inner thighs through the pubic, in front of the pubic, and connects to the lower 6 vertebrae and intervertebral discs of the spine, holds the base of the spine. Together with the nice setting of the hip, we have the best foundation. Do not forget to stay active through your feet, your shins, your knees, your thigh, but let's continue finding the psoas. The spine is now with the beautiful foundation moving up, held by the setting of the hip, by the connection with the psoas, expressing the front of the spine, meeting the beautiful expression, bringing consciousness to that part, breathing through to your lungs, and do not allow fully to breathe to your belly. By doing so, on your next exhalation, feel how that the navel gently draws toward your spine and uphold that quality as you inhale, and feel how the breath is now expanding through to your rib cage and not only entirely pushes the breath, the diaphragm, to your lower organs. It's also going to help you to expand through the front part of your rib cage to gently outer rotate your shoulders, and feel how that when outer rotating, the shoulder blades meet gently toward the mid of the upper back, the midline of the upper back, helping the spine to stay erect and tall, and again helping to lengthen through the back of the neck, connecting from here to the Jalandhara Bandha. Again, Jalandhara Bandha is often met on an inhalation. The qualities of the Jalandhara Bandha, not the classic, but the qualities lengthening the neck, and that'll make the chin drop just a tiny bit in direction of our collarbone that's already lifted because of the breath. And therefore, with this combination of lengthening the neck, dropping of the chin, lifting of the collarbone, we are now also engaging the front muscles of the throat, the front muscles of the throat. So we have a nice and strong throat to uphold a possibility for a beautiful flow of the breath and the pranic quality within our body. See, that was quite a bit, but that's kind of the alignments in entirety running through the entire body. And when that is set, see if we can connect through to the starfish, meeting all body limbs together, crossing below the navel. 4 fingers, finding all 6 limbs, all being intact. Starfish is the system that gently, femininely, holistically find a way to connect to all of the alignments without being too mechanical about it. So we can use the starfish or we can use the multi-alignment. This class I'll focus on the multi-alignment. Please relax in this without allowing a laziness, without jamming, compressing, jamming your joints, compressing your spine. From there, I will move in to the flow. Deepen your breath, connect. Now lift on the next inhalation, your arms out and up. Staying with the qualities of the alignments, root to rise. Exhale, Uddiyana Bandha, forward fold. Let the navel draw gently toward your spine. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Find the back muscles working, lengthening the front of the spine. Exhale, lower, Uttanasana. And from Uttanasana, step your left foot way back. Lift your upper body and meet the pose Virabhadrasana A, Warrior 1. In Warrior 1, check the foundation by activating the feet, moving through the lower legs. Popliteus, the muscle that sits behind the knee, moves the knee, strengthens the knee so we're not hyperextending. Back leg inner rotate, front leg outer rotate. That'll ask the hip to turn sagittal, to turn forward without squeezing, without pulling. Relaxing the butt so that I can lengthen through the tail, meet the psoas, especially of the right side, knowing the psoas on the left side is being stretched so it's not pulling the spine. Connecting to the Uddiyana Bandha that'll lift and gives us the organ support. Breath, shoulders already out of rotated, arms nice and long. The neck is active because of the support from the throat. Beautiful. Opening up with all of those qualities intact for Warrior 2. Opening the body, staying, maintaining. Avoid letting go of the alignments so we do not necessarily have to reset all of the alignments. So as you move from one asana to another, stay with the settings that we created in this time. Inhale, reach your armpit back, drop your hand to the level around your knee and open up for proud warrior. Connect especially to the psoas. Uphold the base of the spine so we do not allow a collapsement here, because if we do so, there's a greater chance that we also drop the neck. So connect to the Jalandhara Bandha. And maybe on an exhalation, find the quality of the Uddiyana. Now with that, express the front of the spine. The back muscles working hard, the back muscles of the spine, but don't let them overwork. So express the front. The back muscles support the length. The organs are elongated along the spine here. Beautifully supported. Inhale, come back. Warrior 2. Now let's reach our armpit ahead of us and place that hand on the inside of the front leg, shooting the top arm around all the way for Parsvakonasana, connecting to the psoas. Front psoas holds us deep so we are not just softening our knee with the support from the gravity, but we're using our muscular systems to support. That'll strengthen our organs. It'll uphold the foundation. There are so many beneficials of working consciously with the body awareness that we're bringing to life with the alignment systems. Exhale, lower for downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Relax. Not completely. Don't leave the alignments, but find within the alignments. There is an openness. Within the alignments, we actually allow a beauty inner quality to be expressed fully. We're supporting the organs so they can balance out between them. We are lifting the qualities of the prana. We are setting a solid foundation for the entirety of the body. From our down dog, let's move through and in between Vinyasa. Come forward for a high plank. And nice and easy, lower your knees, chest and chin for 8-point pose, opening up for cobra and inhalation. Exhale for down dog. And from down dog, let's do the opposite side, stepping our left foot forward for full warrior one. In warrior one, find the foundation, lifting, spreading the toes, transverse arch, lifting the bigger toe, inner arch active, high point by squeezing the toes to the mat, while lifting, outer arch active, stretching through, meeting the shin, back leg inner rotated, front leg outer rotated, connecting. The rotations makes us relax a bit about the butt so that I can also get to feel the pelvic floor. If not, we will squeeze the upper body into the pelvic floor. Find the quality. Allow the energetic pillow to lift through the Mula Bandha. Exhale, finding the Uddiyana Bandha, knowing that the back muscle supporting, lengthening because it's strongly holding the spine. Allow a little bit of relaxation so that you can also express the beauty of the front connecting to the psoas. Keep lengthening through, finding the Jalandhara Bandha outer. Rotate these shoulders, that again helps to lengthen. Connect through fingertips all the way through the center of the body, below the navel, through to the feet. You could also say tail to head is expressed, heel to hand expressed. All 6 limbs of starfish connected to be more feminine about the holistic integrity of the body rather than just working the very mechanical alignments. From here, open up, warrior 2. Maintaining the work, reaching your armpit back for proud warrior. Root, keep rooting your front foot so that we are not dropping the weight back. There is as much quality in the front part of the body, even reaching back. Avoid the leaning, reaching back, deepening the groin, finding the qualities of the knee, inner dome to find the quality of the Mula Bandha, inner outer rotate the shoulders, lengthening through. Excuse me, simply stay with it. Cut, wait, bubbly here. Outer rotate the shoulders, reaching through nice and easy, allowing the shoulder to stay intact so that we're not popping the shoulder, conflicting with the area of the Jalandhara Bandha. Nice and open neck. Beautiful work. Inhale, move forward for warrior 2. And exhale, reaching your armpit ahead, dropping the elbow to the thigh or maybe even hand to the floor, yogi's choice. You shoot the upper arm across long. Lengthening through the neck so that you look to the sky in front of the armpit. Avoid collapsing the rib, opening by connecting to the area below your navel, finding that Uddiyana Bandha, something like Uddiyana Bandha support that again lengthens, connects, expressing the front of the spine with the gentle twist we have here. There's a beautiful support of the brother muscles of the back of the spine, reaching through from the top finger through to the active outer arch and the back foot. Inner arch, bring the organic quality back, shooting up, finding the pelvic floor. Exhale, lower that top arm to the mat, stepping your left foot back, dropping both knees to the floor and sit back, lowering your forehead and swinging your arms by the sides of your legs across your spine, yogi's choice, and take a few breaths. Let go and relax completely. Nice. take another few breaths here. And while lying in Balasana, without engaging any of the alignments, bring an awareness throughout the entire body, meeting the feet, the shins, the knees, the thigh, the hip, the pelvic floor, the psoas, the spine, the diaphragm, the rib cage, the torso, the Uddiyana Bandha, the shoulders, the Jalanhara Bandha, the breath. Deepening your breath over a round of 2 to 3 breaths, and then slowly prepare for movement by reaching your arms ahead, curling your toes under, stretching through, lifting your quads for downward facing dog, lifting your toes, not stretching the legs, but activating the alignments that brings you into the body. Inner rotate your thighs a bit for the deepening of the groin. Outer rotate your thighs for the opening of the back, the spine. Beautiful. Outer rotate your shoulders. Connect through, plugging in so that we're not squeezing the neck, allowing a beautiful long neck that again keeps an open quality of the throat for the breath, for the Jalanhara Bandha quality. So is holding the forward bend, not just gravity. Nice. And now, let's prepare for some more movement. Step your right foot forward for Warrior 1, lifting your upper body and your arms. And then let's prepare for a variation of Parsvottanasana. So let's stretch the front leg, not by just clocking the knee back, but by from activating, outer rotating, lifting the toes, finding the knee strong, finding the feet, finding the foundation, staying with that. Now bind your hands behind your back. Inhale, open your chest, lift your arms, connect to the Jalanhara Bandha, express the beauty of the front of the spine, staying with this nice steerer that's created through the limbs of the lower body. And now lift your arms while you forward fold, allowing your head to drop toward your shin. Beautifully keep reaching through the back foot and again lifting the inner to create that opposite direction. We have a line on the outside, we have a line active on the inside, running through, meeting the tail all the way through. The spine is long and easy. The torso is lengthened because of the quality of the Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale, meeting the lower abdomen. Inhale, elongating. Slowly here, soften and bend your front knee and allow the shoulder to land on the inside of the front knee. Nice and easy. Keep lifting your arms, and then if they slide open, it's okay, because now I ask you to drop your elbows to the inside of the front foot, both elbows to the floor. Now lift the back foot, stretch your back leg through the heel, meet the high point and allow that to be the balance. Not only on the back foot, maintain that, find the front foot, inner rotate the back, outer rotate, and yet keep the knee high. Long spine, beautiful connection from heel to tail to the top of the head, shoulders grounding, hand well placed. Beautiful lizard pose. Now drop your back knee to the mat and gently push through and sit back on your heel. You stretch your toes on the back foot and you sit on the heel. The heel lands right in the center of your pelvic floor. The root, the meeting, the middle point activates, reminds us, brings consciousness down to find the pelvic floor, the center, the starting point of the Mula Bandha. Inhale, lengthen your spine, come to a seated with arms overhead, connecting to the inhalations, exhalations. Stay with your arms up, but find the navel gently drawn. Inhale, lengthen through your upper body and maintain the quality of the lower abdomen, forward fold. Keep the activity of your feet so that you do not rest in your knee. There'll be a lot of weight. Stay with your thighs active to protect the knees, the muscle that runs behind. As we forward fold with the quality of the Uddiyana Bandha, we will not allow the organs, the lower belly, to drop. It's kept tall toward the spine and long, so organs are expressed, supported beautifully by the activity of the psoas once again. Beautiful. Inhale on your next inhalation, come back and up. And now grab this heel that you sit on and swing it to the outside of your hips. Sit back on the floor, walk your right sit bone a tiny bit back, lengthen your front leg through. Inhale, lift your arms out and up. Connect, exhale, Uddiyana Bandha quality, expressing the front of the spine as you exhale, forward fold and reach across the foot. You can hold both hands across the foot. You can even cross your arms, depend on the openness of your front legs, hamstrings here. Take a few breaths here to enjoy the depth of the pose. Beautiful. Now inhale, come through to a stand, and then grab or bring your right foot across the thigh of your bent left leg. Let's stretch the left leg and place the foot as high up as it feels comfortable. There's never one solution here, so it's very individual where you place that foot, but not on the floor. It's more for the variation of the half lotus, one leg half lotus. Inhale, lift your arms out and up, and if possible, if it's in your practice, you can reach across and bind, or you can simply remain with both arms lifted before you forward fold. For Adha Baddha Padmottanasana. Work the rotation, knowing that you have an outer rotation that elongates through the lower back, enables you to reach through the entirety of the back. Check out if the leg, the straight leg, left leg, is preventing you from getting the muscles fully elongated. So allow a softness of your front knee. Bend the front knee just a tiny bit and see how that you can actually dive deeper in for a more soft stretch of the spine. Now, while in the pose, check the alignments, both of the grounding of the feet, finding the quality of the hip, meeting the Mula Bandha, connecting to the muscular part of the pelvic floor, being aware of that. Let that be the base of the lift of the pranic quality. Exhale, meeting the navel, expressing, finding the psoas up along the front of the spine, meeting the long, beautiful Jalanhara Bandha, shoulders connected, so we allow an open space for the throat. Nice. Inhale, come to a seated, and now simply stretch your right leg forward, walk your sit bones just a tiny bit back, placing your hands on the side of your body on the mat, Dandasana. Inhale, lift your arms out and up, reaching through all 6 limbs, keeping your arms high, meeting fingers to toes, tail to top of the head, long spine, connecting Jalanhara Bandha. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, full forward fold. Check in to the starfish, connecting everything. Is there a block? Is there a collapsed part? Then the starfish is going to show it. You can't meet the starfish. You can't meet the entirety, the integrity of the entirety of the body. So there is no starfish. Where is the line cut? I find, is it in the spine? Is it in the foot? Go find your alignments of that specific area, connect to that mechanism, align, activate it, return to find the starfish beautifully expressed. From here, inhale all the way back for Navasana, seated fish seated boat pose, arms 30 degrees forward and up. So are the legs. Exhale, curling, bending your legs cross-legged, rolling over your knees for downward facing dog. See, that was an advanced one here. Beautiful. Take a few breaths here. Connect gently to the alignment, but not necessarily just one by one, using an inner alignment system. Check maybe through the spine. What rests in what alignments do we have around the spine? You check that area. We have the psoas, the setting of the hip, the mula, the uddiyana, the jalandhara, the shoulders. From there we can find the limbs, shoulders to the arms, outer rotate the shoulders, inner rotate the forearm. Find a nice and good grab in the mat, especially by the pads of the index and the thumb. Inner rotate the lower, so you grab the mat always, so you're not resting on the outside of that hand. You really do not want to have an uneven weight landing in the joint of your arms, so we need to connect through to that as well. Now let's step the opposite foot forward, left foot for full warrior one. Ground the back heel and lift the upper body forward and up, meeting warrior one, checking in, finding the outer rotation of the shoulders, allowing the spine to be gently forced forward to open rib cage and chest, is welcoming a new breath, not squeezing it into the belly because you're warm, you're open, so that we can express the front of the spine, the softness of the spine that carries along the organs without being conflicted by the breath that constantly pushes through. Here, let's stretch the front leg by lifting the thighs, connecting to the rooting. Bind your hands behind. Inhale, lift the arms, breathe to the tops of your lungs. Lengthen your neck. And then exhale, forward fold, outer rotating front thigh, inner rotating back to keep the integrity. Releasing your neck, keep grounding through the outside of the back foot and lifting the inside, connecting to the mula so we are not losing the energy control, connecting to the uddiyana so we are continuing the energy flow, and finally meeting the Jalandhara Bandha, full all bandhas, active Mahabandha. Now soften your front knee, allow your left shoulder to land on the inside of the front knee. And let's take a few breaths. Drop your elbows to the inside of the front heel. Lifting the back heel so you stand on the toes of the back foot, connecting through high point, front foot, high point, tail to head, checking in Mula Bandha. Finding the hands meeting the mat, shoulders outer rotated, nice plugged in, inner rotating the forearm so that the palm of the hands, especially the thumb and the index, can grab the mat. Beautiful. Drop the back knee and push through, sit back on the heel, heel landing in the center of the Mula Bandha. Engaging the pelvic floor, coming to a seat. Inhale, arms overhead. Root through the pelvic floor as you lift your arms. Exhale, keep your arms out. Create an inner dome to find the lower abdomen being drawn gently toward the spine. Inhale, allow the length through the torso and maintain that as you forward fold. Holding, beautiful. Nice and slow Vinyasa moves. Finding the rotations, protecting the knees. Here, you could say especially the right one, as that's the one that we have weight on, but especially wouldn't work because we do not only work alignments when there is force. We keep a complete body awareness, whether we need or not, simply to be as awake around all parts of our body as possible. In practice, that'll teach you in life. Inhale, come to a seated. And as before, you draw your right heel to rest on the outside of the hip, sitting on both sit bones, walking especially the left hip bone back, sit bone back. And then inhale, lift your arms, connect to the exhalation, keeping your arms up. finding that quality, elongating the spine, expressing the front. Exhale, forward fold. First, create an inner rotation of the thighs to deepen. Now outer rotate to lengthen through. Allow the spine, the torso to be long. Connect an outer rotation to the shoulder so you're not conflicting with the area of the throat. Long neck. Keep connecting through your feet for the grounding that again protects the knees and awakes the front. Beautiful, well done here. Take a few breaths. It's hard work, yes. Of course, sit back at any time, but keep the alignments intact if you sit back. Very strong work. Inhale, come back, up for an upright seated, and swing your left leg across the right thigh and stretch the right leg for half lotus variation. Again, walk your sit bones back, lift the foot up, and if you did bind before, you can do that again, or simply reach your arms high, lengthening, connecting to the spine, torso long. Exhale, forward fold. Front leg automatically, left front leg automatically outer rotated, so you need to find the rotation of the other right leg. Gently outer rotate. Find that the outer rotations will open an elongation for the spine. Connect to your breathing. Allow the rib cage to be expanded from the breath. Avoid breathing deep down into your belly because you will add some force to the organs, and again they will add some pressure to the area of the Mula Bandha, and you can't uphold a peaceful setting of the hip if you come to bring too much of the upper body's weight down toward, and you will also be restricting the pranic flow. In this type of work, we do keep the breath in the rib cage helped by the Uddiyana Bandha, not to mention the Ujjayi breath that we didn't touch in this class today. Come back, forward, up, stretch both legs ahead. Walk your sit bones back, stretch your legs through your heel, flex toes, find 3 arches, inner, outer, transverse, finding the high point of the sole. Connect shins, knees, thighs, sit bones, mula. Lifting up through Uddiyana, Jalandhara, outer rotate shoulders. Inhale, lift your arms out and up, plugging the shoulders in. Beautifully, slowly forward fold for Paschimottanasana. On your next inhalation, just like before, come back and find Navasana. 30 degrees lifted legs, 30-degree lifted arms. Nice. Soften, bend your knees. Find 2 fingers meeting the big toes without crossing the shins. Yes, lifting the legs straight forward and out to the sides. Upavista Konasana. Keeping the balance, connecting through to your shoulders, finding the front of the spine being expressed by the support of the back muscles of the spine. But not only that, meeting the psoas that hold, so it's not just the arms. Stay active, meeting the psoas, holding, supporting the lower part of the spine, being strong support for the organs. Nice, lifting the torso. Now bring the soles of the feet together and draw the heels close to your pelvic floor. Inhale, lift your arms out and up. Ground the feet. Exhale. Keep your arms high. Find the quality of the exhalation. Inhale, lengthen through your torso, and then exhale for full Baddha Konasana. Your legs nicely outer rotated. Beautiful long spine. Connect to the outer rotation so it's not simply hanging. That'll bring some pressure to the joint, so you're active about it. Allow yourself to be awake and work the length of the front of the spine, and that will connect you again to the psoas. It's going to hold the quality again for the organs, so we are not lazy around the lower part of our belly. We are fully engaged, not muscularly much work, but we are there. We are not allowing an unconscious movement. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your arms and your body and stretch your leg ahead. Now leaning forward, placing your hands and over cross-legged feet, knees walk through for downward facing dog. Maybe walk a few steps ahead, and then let's lift our left foot back and up for downward, for three-legged dog. Beautiful. Connect through from feet to fingers, both tail to head. Ground the inside of the hand, thumb, the pinky. That means we need to, from the outer rotation of the shoulders, connect to the inner rotate, especially hold the strong plugging in, supported by the outer rotate of the shoulders as you start to bend your heel down toward your sit bone. Now you're lengthening through your thigh, you're reaching the knee toward the ceiling, keeping a strong shoulder so we will not collapse. Looking through your left armpit, keep grounding. Inner rotations of the forearm supports that. Now you have a strong hand, strong arm, strong shoulder, psoas stretched fully on the left side. Active on the right. Beautiful. We could step a bit further without dropping the leg fully. Nice. And come back, down dog, three-legged down dog. Now let's place that. Let's lift our right foot back and up. Finding the starfish, all 6 limbs expressed. Is there a collapse? Often, maybe it would be a collapse in your hands. You can't find the starfish. Go fix that area. Outer rotate, connect to the shoulders, arms, inner rotate, forearm, find the grounding of the index and the thumb, lengthen through, connect, high point, psoas connected, stretched on the right side, active on the left, Uddiyana Bandha. And then let's bend the heel toward the sit, open the knee, stretch toward the sky, open, a gentle spinal twist to look below your right armpit, expressing the organs, finding the front of the spine, remembering all parts of the body, keep rooting. Nice and easy, don't let go of the hand that you just set before. Constantly check it, is starfish awake? If not, fix where it would be broken. Come back, down dog split, and drop that foot to the mat. Lower your knees and sit back in Virasana. Closing your eyes and sit with your body upright, placing your hands on your thighs, release your breath. Find your feet, how they support nails, being pushed gently toward the mat so that you find that you sit on the shins, that you can now feel the muscles of the shin, protecting the knees, lifting the quads just a tiny bit. That'll again bring an inner rotation that'll keep your groin deep so you can set the hip, gives a quality that you can again find the pelvic floor activity, finding the moolah. Exhale, allowing the Uddiyana Bandha to lift the upper body, torso lifted, rib cage expanded, shoulders gently outer rotated, long neck, beautiful. Sit with the 3 bandhas active, Maha Bandha, all body parts engaged for beautiful, peaceful, warrior kind of meditation. You can close your eyes for a minute, meeting the Maha Bandha, the great warrior seal. Your next inhalation, prepare for some movement, release everything, exhale. Come out of meditation. Do not necessarily let go of the Mahabandha, but let go of the physical engagement. Relax your body. Stay around the qualities of the bandha work. The pranic flow is lifted. Now inhale. Come to stand on your knees, arms overhead. And nope. Stay on your shins and stand on your knees, arms overhead and body lifted. From here, bring your fists to the areas of your kidneys, preparing for a modified version of Ustrasana here. Connect to your feet, to your knees, the settings, the alignments of the thighs, the shins, the hip. Open the shoulders, long spine, the psoas, holding the psoas, especially important. Not that the other is not, because if we do not uphold a connection to the psoas, we will allow a collapse of the lower back. And that will be expressed throughout the entirety of the spine and especially around the area of the neck. So find the psoas, find the quality of the front of the throat, the supporting of the muscles. Something like Jalanhara Bandha. Now inhale, open your rib cage even more, and as you exhale, allow your hands to seek for your heels to find the classic Ustrasana, upholding the connection to the psoas. If you lose it, find how an exhalation can create an inner dome, an inner forward, gentle forward fold, finding the psoas, lifting, holding the spine, Uddiyana, organ support, lifting, long head, but not drop because we have the chin meeting the collarbones, supporting from the muscular part of the front of the throat, Jalandhara Bandha, or something like. Beautiful, well expressed front of the spine active. Inhale, come back, nice and easy, and exhale to find Balasana, child's pose, and let go, relax for just a few breaths, maybe gently rock across the sacrum, swing it gently from side to side. Let's slowly lift our bodies again here, stretch your legs ahead of you, and let's sit in Dandasana, staff pose. From Dandasana, let's lie back on our elbows and start to bring the top of the back of the head toward the mat. Don't allow a full drop back of the head. You need to stay active on the front of the throat. So we are not squeezing from the back of the throat toward the front. You will conflict with the area of the throat, the thyroid here. Now find the top of the head, ground that, connect to the Jalandhara Bandha, allow the shoulders to be open and wide, draw your collarbones high again to meet those qualities. And now lift your feet and your arms 30 degrees and forward up from Matsyendrasana. Beautiful. Every single exhalation, connect to the area below your navel so that you can meet the psoas very strong, so that you can meet your Uddiyana Bandha lift, so you can meet the organ support, so that you can meet the exhalations. Always brings energy, quality, consciousness down, so that we again can lift all of those same energies, qualities up and alive. So there's a constant resetting, quality lifting, resetting, quality lifting. When we have that in a feminine form, it's just a flow, finding the starfish, being less mechanical about it, moving in a holistic, beautiful, integrated flow, allowing the connection through to the feet, the grounding of the head, and release the legs, release the arms, and lengthen your neck and lie flat on your back. Gently draw your knees to your chest and hold across the shins and rock gently from side to side. Stretching your legs. Dropping your feet, heels close to the sit bones, soles of the foot on the mat, shrugging your shoulder blades in preparing for Setu Bandhasana, shoulder bridge. But before we open for shoulder bridge, let's connect to the grounding, the qualities, the body parts that are placed on the mat. Let's connect through the starfish that involve the rest of the alignments that's between the body parts, the openness, the freedom of the movement of the body. Breathing, finding the breath, finding the tall spine. And now ground, structure the shoulder blades and ground really well. Ground through the feet and allow the bandhas to be lifted. Don't lift the heavy body. Let it fly open into the Setu Bandhasana. You can come a tiny bit out, quiet and inner door, then come up. And when you are in, bind your fingers, structure your shoulder blades even more together here. Lengthen through your neck. That'll automate the position that again enables the Jalanhara Bandha to be met. The top bandha. Connect to the Mula Bandha. Connect to the grounding. Find the starfish. Starfish being a full body scan. Is there a break? Is there a relation in body? Find where is that? Where is the starfish not being expressed? Fix that somehow by using the knee quality, by using the shoulder. Whatever it takes, fix this, come back, starfish, rest in the pose. From here, release the bind and swing your thumbs to your lower back, the remaining 4 fingers to the sides of your abdominal. Now lift one leg to the sky and swing the knee to your chest and gently kick off both knees and find your shoulder stand. If that was a hard transition, lower both your legs and swing both legs up and then place your hands on the lower back in that more modified, not so Vinyasa flow style, but modified version of finding the shoulder stand. Salamba Savangasana. So the Salamba part, the supportive part, is that we really engage in and outer rotate the shoulders and you bring the elbows in, walking your hands up along the back of the spine, stretching through your heels, semi-flexed foot, foot pointed, toes flexed, meeting high point, connecting to the rotation, inner rotating thighs, outer rotating thighs, so they can set an openness with the hip meeting the mula. Long neck, spine expressed. Exhale, lower the toes and place them behind your head on the floor. For Halasana. Now reach your arms and place the palms on the mat. Shoulders outer rotated, forearms inner rotated. Meet the mat with the entirety of your palm. Rooting, fingers to toes, tail to head, head to toes, tail to fingers. Connect through the inner alignments, meeting through that system. The starfish. Avoid collapsing the chest, the rib cage, the lower ribs to your hips. See if you can create length and space even in a deep forward fold by connecting to the Uddiyana Bandha. Finding the quality and so as exhale. Maintaining inhale, allowing the length. Exhale. Soften your knees, drop your knees to your ears. Gandhi Bandhasana. Stay. Once again, finding the palms meeting the mat so that you can use the power, the support of your hands to roll with the control out of the deep forward fold, finding a way through for lying flat on your belly, on your back. Rolling out, controlling that with the hands that's placed on the mat. And lying in corpse pose just for a few breaths here. Now let's step our right leg to the outside of our left thigh. Grab with your left hand the knee and gently bring the knee to meet the mat, to meet the floor. Inhale, lengthen through your right arm, open, and bring that right arm to the back of the room. Look for the hand. Allow your breath to lengthen through your torso. Allow your breath to bring an awareness to all parts of your body, the rooting part, the freedom part, the stability, the mobility, the integrity. Come back to neutral. And then step your left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale. Ground with your right hand the knee. Exhale all the way to the floor. Inhale, lift your opposite arm high, tall, and exhale, open that to the back of the room. Take a few breaths here. Finding the integrity. Come back for neutral. And maybe bring your knees to your chest, just for the last time, to release the lower back. And stretch your legs. Gently open your heels a tiny bit with the foot distance between your heels. Allow your palms to open. Lengthen gently through your neck. Lift your neck, lengthen, lie back in Savasana. Before letting go, let's just connect to the qualities of the body without actively engaging muscles or bandhas or any of the alignment work, but simply bring an awareness to all parts. Let run through from the feet, through the knees, the legs, the pelvis, the pelvic floor, the qualities of the bandha, the psoas, the spine, the diaphragm, the rib cage and shoulders and arms and hands, the neck and the face. Take a deep inhalation and let go, exhale. And lie back for another minute, or as long as you feel like. Deep relaxation, Savasana. Namaste.